All are welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to discuss about sustainable land management and its land management, history, key features, life cycle, importance, applications, challenges, sustainable practices, utilizing of technology, future trends and innovation in land management for better handling of all types of land-related activities for maximum utilization in all aspects. It is very useful for cater the need of various investors, clients, professionals and individuals to enhance their knowledge in various aspects of land management for enhancement of decision-making capability in all respect for significant improvements in performance, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. What is land? Land refers to real estate or property defined by specific boundaries, used as a factor of production for residential, commercial, and agricultural purposes. Key takeaways. Land can refer to real estate or property that is designated by fixed spatial boundaries. In economics, land is a primary factor of production, along with capital and labor. Land itself is a valuable resource, but if it contains natural resources such as oil and gas, its value can increase. Investing in land for development can be costly and may come with certain risks, but it can also be a source of profits and value appreciation. Land is used for residential, commercial, industrial, recreational, agricultural, and transportation purposes. What is sustainable land management? Sustainable land management is the systematic process of administering, using, and developing land and its resources in a sustainable and responsible way to meet the needs of society while preserving the environment for future generations. It involves planning, policymaking, and technical activities to balance competing demands on land, such as for agriculture, housing, conservation, and recreation, ensuring it remains productive and healthy. Sustainable development. The core aim is to achieve economic, social, and environmental goals through responsible resource use. Land use planning and zoning. Establishing regulations and strategies for how land can be used, e.g., residential, agricultural, industrial, to prevent conflicting uses and ensure efficient land allocation. Land administration. Managing the legal aspects of land, including ownership, registration, valuation, and taxation, to create clear structures and responsibilities. Resource protection. Implementing practices that conserve land resources, enhance biodiversity, and protect ecosystem services. History of land management. Land management history spans from ancient agricultural settlements and their sophisticated irrigation systems to the modern, science-based stewardship of public lands for conservation, recreation, and resource use. Early land management focused on adapting to the environment, transforming it for agriculture, and establishing property rights, while later developments emphasized efficiency and sustainable practices. The Neolithic Revolution. Around 12,000 years ago, human societies shifted from hunter-gatherer lifestyles to settled agriculture, initiating direct human alteration of ecosystems through land clearing, foraging, and farming. Early irrigation. Civilizations like the Indus Valley Civilization developed advanced irrigation and water storage systems, such as canals and reservoirs, around 4500 BC to support growing settlements and ensure food security. Rangeland science. Early 20th century efforts in the U.S. focused on scientific principles, such as plant succession, to manage grazing on rangelands, establishing frameworks for understanding and maintaining vegetation health through controlled stocking rates. Key features of land management. Land is most valuable resource for all, and proper land management cater need of country as well as private individuals. Key features of land management can be described as shown below. Land use planning and zoning, determining how land should be used and allocating specific areas for different purposes such as residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, and conservation. Natural resource management, managing natural resources such as forests, water bodies, minerals, and wildlife to ensure sustainable use, conservation, and restoration. Environmental protection, implementing measures to minimize the impact of human activities on the environment, including pollution control, habitat restoration, and biodiversity conservation. Disaster risk reduction, assessing and mitigating risks associated with natural hazards such as floods, earthquakes, wildfires, and landslides through land use planning, hazard mapping, and emergency preparedness measures. Land tenure and property rights, establishing and protecting property rights, land tenure systems, and land ownership records to ensure secure and equitable access to land resources. This fosters social stability and economic development. Life cycle of land management. The life cycle of land management involves phases of planning, acquisition, development, operation, and maintenance with a cyclical focus on sustainability, stakeholder collaboration, and long-term ecological and social well-being. Key aspects include identifying opportunities and constraints, engaging stakeholders, managing environmental impacts, ensuring legal compliance, and adapting strategies through monitoring and feedback to achieve desired outcomes for the land. Planning, defining the vision for the land and assessing its potential based on location, resources, and community needs. Acquisition, the process of securing the necessary land for development or management through purchase, lease, or other legal means. Development, designing the physical aspects of the land use, such as infrastructure, buildings, or ecological restoration projects. Operation. The ongoing management and care of the land, including horticultural maintenance for landscapes, soil health management, and water management. Maintenance, continuously monitoring the land's condition, analyzing data, and using adaptive management strategies to improve practices over time. Importance of land management. Land management is most important aspect of the country for sustainable development. Therefore, key aspect related to importance of land management can be summarized with different viewpoint as shown below. Sustainable development. Effective land management ensures that land resources are used in a way that meets current needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Environmental conservation. Land management plays a crucial role in protecting and conserving natural ecosystems, biodiversity, and environmental resources. Resource efficiency. Proper land management practices optimize the use of land resources, maximizing productivity in agriculture, forestry, and other sectors while minimizing waste and inefficiencies. Disaster risk reduction. Land management strategies help reduce vulnerability to natural hazards such as floods, wildfires, and landslides by avoiding high-risk areas, implementing protective measures, and promoting resilient infrastructure and land use practices. Economic benefits. Properly managed land resources provide economic benefits through agriculture, forestry, tourism, and real estate development. Applications of land management. Some of the important application in relation to land management can be described as shown below. Land use planning and zoning. Allocating land for residential, commercial, industrial, recreational purposes, agricultural zones, protected areas, and rural livelihoods. Natural resource management. Sustainable management of forests for timber production, biodiversity, conservation, watersheds, rivers, and aquifers to ensure water availability, quality, and sustainability for agriculture, industry, and communities and wildlife conservation. Agricultural land management. Precision agriculture, optimize crop production, contour plowing, cover cropping, and maintain soil fertility. Infrastructure development. Planning and designing roads, highways, public transit systems, water supply, sanitation, etc. Land tenure and property rights. Establishing clear land tenure systems, property rights, land registration processes to promote secure land ownership and reduce conflicts. Applications of land management continue. Community engagement and stakeholder collaboration. Participatory planning for engaging communities, indigenous groups, and stakeholders in decision-making processes related to land use, conservation, and development, as well as skills to manage and sustainably utilize land resources. Tourism and recreation management. Managing tourism activities to preserve natural landscapes, cultural sites, and historical landmarks, as well as developing and maintaining parks, trails, and recreational facilities for public enjoyment and health benefits. Economic development and investment. Facilitating responsible land use planning and development to attract investment, promote economic growth, and create employment opportunities, as well as balancing resource extraction activities such as mining, oil, and gas exploration with environmental protection and sustainable land management practices. Disaster risk reduction and resilience. Mapping and zoning vulnerable areas to reduce risks from floods, landslides, earthquakes, and wildfires, as well as developing contingency plans and early warning systems to respond effectively to natural disasters and emergencies. Above-mentioned applications illustrate the proper land management, highlighting importance for environmental sustainability, social equity, economic prosperity, and resilience to global challenges, as well as for achieving sustainable development goals and ensuring the well-being of both present and future generations. Challenges in land management. Key challenges in land management can be identified as shown below. Environmental sustainability. This involves striking a balance between economic development and preserving natural resources. Urbanization and land scarcity. With rapid urbanization, the availability of land becomes a pressing concern, and proper land management strategies must address the limited land resources. Land use conflicts. Land zoning and land use planning frameworks can help mitigate conflicts and ensure sustainable land utilization. Climate change resilience. Climate change poses additional challenges to land management. Rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and changing precipitation patterns impact land use and require adaptive strategies. Technological advancements. Embracing technological advancements can revolutionize land management practices. Tools like Geographic Information Systems (GIS) enable efficient land mapping, analysis, and decision-making. Sustainable land management practices. Some of the best practices for sustainable land management are: agroforestry. Agroforestry can provide multiple benefits, such as improving soil fertility, reducing erosion, enhancing biodiversity, diversifying income sources, and sequestering carbon. Conservation agriculture. Conservation agriculture can also reduce labor and input costs, increase crop diversity, and adapt to climate variability. Terracing. It is practice of creating level platforms on sloping land to prevent runoff and soil erosion, and to increase water retention and crop production. Rainwater harvesting. It can reduce the dependence on external water sources, increase water availability and quality, and mitigate drought and flood risks. Integrated pest management. Integrated pest management can reduce the use of pesticides, increase crop yields and quality, and enhance natural enemies and biodiversity. Utilizing technology for efficient land management. Geographic Information System (GIS). GIS technology enables land investors to analyze and visualize spatial data effectively, showing topography, soil composition, and proximity to amenities. Remote sensing. Remote sensing techniques provide high-resolution images that help identify land use patterns, vegetation health, and potential environmental factors. Data analytics. Data analytics tools allow investors to process and analyze vast amounts of data efficiently. With the help of machine learning algorithms, investors can identify trends, patterns, and correlations of land-related data. Blockchain technology. Blockchain technology offers transparency and security in land transactions to avoid malpractices and frauds. Internet of Things (IoT). IoT devices, such as sensors and drones, provide real-time data on land conditions. These devices can monitor soil moisture, temperature, and other environmental factors. Virtual reality (VR) and augmented reality (AR). VR and AR technologies offer immersive experiences for land investors. They can virtually explore and visualize potential development projects, allowing for better planning and design. Future trends and innovations in land utilization. Sustainable land management. As the world becomes more environmentally conscious, entrepreneurs are increasingly focusing on sustainable land use practices. Smart cities and urbanization. With rapid urbanization, entrepreneurs are exploring innovative ways to convert land into smart cities. Vertical farming and indoor agriculture. Entrepreneurs are turning to vertical farming and indoor agriculture, where crops are grown in vertically stacked layers, to maximize land use efficiency. Land sharing and collaborative model. Startups are fostering collaborative platforms that enable land sharing among different stakeholders. This allows for more efficient land utilization, reduces costs, and promotes community engagement in land-related initiatives. Land use planning and policy. Governments and organizations are increasingly focusing on comprehensive land use strategies that balance economic development, environmental conservation, and social equity. This is end of presentation. I think you have got better understanding about sustainable land management, and its include land management, history, key features, lifecycle, importance, applications, challenges, sustainable practices, utilizing of technology, future trends and innovation in land management for better handling of all types of land-related activities for maximum utilization in all aspects. It is very useful for cater the need of various investors, clients, professionals and individuals to enhance their knowledge in various aspects of land management for enhancement of decision-making capability in all respect for significant improvements in performance, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. If you like this video, please press subscribe button and many more educational and technical video you can see in the future. Thank you very much your attention.